Welcome to Mr. Redfield's distance learning cooking class. Normally we cook on Fridays, but since we're not able to be together, I am cooking a recipe that I like to make quite often. It's egg bake. There are lots of different variations of egg bake that you could do, but I will show you how I make mine. I've already browned and drained the sausage. Next, I already cracked the eggs when the sausage was browning. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eggs. And the recipe calls for 4 cups of milk. I had a lot of heavy whipping cream in the fridge from something that we got. So I wanted to use that up. So I have 4 cups of cream. And I already greased up this pan. This is the cake pan I'm going to use to bake the whole thing in. I'm going to add the milk or the cream to the eggs after I beat the eggs first. And beat the eggs before I add the cream. It makes it easier to mix it all together. So with the cream, it's going to be a lot thicker and creamier than if it was just milk, but I think it'll turn out really nice. So go ahead and beat all this. Mix it up together real good. So the recipe calls for bread, eggs, sausage, cheese, milk, salt and pepper to season the eggs. And I'm also going to throw in some bacon bits that I have to get those used up. So I've got the eggs and milk all mixed up. So next I'm going to cut up the bread and put that in the bottom of the pan. So this is gluten-free bread. Since my wife can't have gluten, I always make stuff that she can eat too. Otherwise she'd probably get mad at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take kitchen shears and I'm going to use that to cut up the bread. It makes it a lot easier than trying to rip the bread up or cut it up with a knife. I just go ahead and snip it. And that'll go in the pan. Once I get it all cut up, then I'll spread it out good. For now, I just want it in the pan. Sometimes if they're big chunks, I'll cut them up again. As you can see, I've got all the bread cut up and in the pan. So now we can add our sausage and cheese. I'm going to put some sausage down first. So I already drained this. So you want to make sure you drain the sausage after you get it cooked. Normally I cut up the bread when the sausage is cooking, but I wanted to wait so that I could show it to you. Then I'll try to layer it a little bit. Put some cheese on top of the sausage. Some bacon on top of that. It's just bacon bits in a package you put on a salad. Do not eat. Then I'll put some more sausage on. Just gonna put the rest of it in there. Spread it out a little bit. Once the egg gets dumped in, it'll all be floating inside the egg, so it'll kind of spread out throughout the pan anyway. And more cheese. It does call for 2 cups of cheese, so that's a bag of cheese. And we like our egg bake to be really cheesy. I'll save some to put on top after I get the egg in there. There's the egg and the cream. And I already put the salt and pepper in here. So the salt and pepper you kind of just do by taste. It does say like 2 tablespoons. So hopefully this works good with the cream. Usually I just use the regular milk. And I'll put the rest of the cheese on top. Try to spread it out best I can. So what I'll do is I'll put the cover on this and it'll sit in the fridge overnight. Tomorrow morning I will bake it on 350 for an hour. So it'll be really delicious, and we'll have breakfast for a few days out of it. Makes a lot and it's really good and it's easy to do. So maybe some of you will make it at home for your families. I will post the recipe on Classroom along with the video. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.